Hey guys, welcome to another Riot video called Champs, Lore and More Dev Update. Let's see
Hey
what's up.
folks, I'm Andre, also
What are you
known as
laughing at?
Medler.
And I'm Jeremy, aka Riot Brightman.
Yumi in the background, downvote please.
Today we'll be joined by two guests, Lexi, Riot Lexi.
And what's funny, I actually played with a Rioter yesterday in one of my games, ranked, and I asked him, when is the League MMO coming out? And he said he doesn't know, he doesn't work on that team. And there you have it.
Gao, our
League MMO
Champions team
confirmed,
lead,
once
is going
again.
to talk more about Champions.
And Laura Poison Pixie Dion, the head of IP strategy, who's going to talk a bit
I'm bringing you the latest in news for League.
about our approach to the lore of Runeterra as a whole.
Then we'll be back to talk about language
Oh,
select,
Jinx,
quick
shirt.
play, and a few other things.
Arcane
All
shirt,
right,
maybe?
let's hand things over to Riot
still haven't seen
Lexical
Arcane.
for an update
It's
on
crazy.
Champions.
Hi everyone, I'm Lexi Riot Lexical Gao, the
That's a cool
Champions
name.
team lead.
Lexi.
Since we last talked, both Nefiri and Briar have joined the Rift with
Yo,
vicious
Briar Fear is
fights and a
super
hangry
underpowered,
attitude.
man. I haven't seen her
Next
do
up,
anything
we'll be
in my
releasing
games.
our new artistic mid laner,
Ye-
Hui.
Yasuo's? Like the cereal?
Hui's mastery of his craft
Is that like his Western skin, High Noon skin, whatever it's called?
gives him the tools needed to bring his artistic visions to life. He owes much of his skills to his previous masters, but after time and exploration, he has transcended their skill and created his own unique style. While Hui comes prepared with what he wants to paint,
Can we see
his
what's up?
extensive palette of possibilities leaves room to learn, experiment, and master.
It reminds me a lot of the latest skins for was it Street Demons? Was it called? I play Mundo as well. And like a lot of them have like paint and graffiti and stuff. Mundo is like all paint. That's what it reminds me of. Even the colors.
After Hui paints a masterpiece on the Rift, we'll be turning to a new creature champion. Though this one's a bit cuter than Nefiri.
Oh
Our
boy,
new creature,
Yumi number 2.
though cute and small, is smoldering with power, and he'll be sauntering onto the Rift with all the pomp and circumstance
An egg?
that befit a royal of his status.
A
Further
royal.
out, we have a Vastayan solo laner from a forest village with the ability to see what others easily overlook. Okay, that's it for new champions. Now on to everyone's favorite Scorpion. The Skarner team
I
has
did
been
see this
hard
just
at work
today.
on the Astrali
Oh my
design.
god, Skarner mains, all 6 of them, must be so hyped.
They've been thinking about everything from
He
how
looks
many legs
super
Skarner
deadly
should have,
though, man.
the
It's
answer is
crazy.
6,
He looks
to
violent.
how he would look scuttling around a wall, and even how his tail can pick up and
Yeah, he
throw
looks
a massive boulder.
huge.
You know, the usual stuff. The team wrote a lot in today's Champions roadmap that cover his new gameplay
looks
and
huge.
how it has impacted other areas.
I'm happy
of
for
the design.
Skarner mains though. They've
That's
been
it for
waiting for this for like 10
The
years.
Champions team for now will be back in January with more to share about 2024.
Okay, it's been a little while since we spoke about League's lore. For a long time, League and associated experiences like short
This guy from like England?
stories were our only way to tell stories in Runeterra. Nowadays though, that's no longer the case. So we want to talk a bit about how we're updating our approach to the lore, and then talk through some upcoming examples of how that will be reflected in League and in other places.
Okay.
To start with, we're going to pass things over to Laura DeYoung.
Hi all, it's been a while. For some background, I'm Laura, a former art director on League, and nowadays I'm working as the head of IP Creative, which is a group planning how we evolve the League universe
She's also a sergeant.
across all of our experiences.
Okay.
As Andre talked about earlier this year, over the years we've introduced inconsistencies that have woven their way into the storytelling.
I like the way she's presenting. She's very confident. She seems to know what she's talking about. She's very passionate about it.
Over the years, we've introduced inconsistencies that have woven their way into the storytelling and the world building of
Yeah,
Runeterra.
true.
Some good examples are how Hextech was invented, and Yorick feeling just MIA during the Sentinels of Light event. Going
It's true, I remember that. It's supposed to be like a big part of it's supposed to be a big part of the Shadow Isles, and he's like, he didn't show up.
and Yorick feeling
It's true.
just MIA during the Sentinels of Light event. Going forward, we don't
Then you have like people like Graves show up, which is like, why is Graves associated with like the Shadow Isles? Like Yorick should be there, but
believe that's the right approach, because that kind of fragmentation makes the world feel less believable, and it just undercuts meaningful character
True.
development.
True, true,
and
true, true.
frankly, it makes it hard for all of you to feel like you can really invest deeply in a story, knowing it might not be honored in future storytelling.
bring back the Journal of Justice, if you remember that from like 10 years ago.
So going forward,
No, I've
from
seen that.
today, all new storytelling is going to be part of one shared canon, rather than a jumble of different experiences
good.
that are similar but inconsistent.
You know why they're doing this, right? I just said it before. The League MMO. They're preparing for that. Like they gotta get all their stories straight. When the MMO hits, everything has to be following one path.
And our goal is to ensure that major events in our stories, as well as the essence of what makes a champion who they are, will be reflected across everything that Riot makes. Getting to that consistent state is not going to be a sudden flip of the switch, but a gradual process.
Yeah, makes sense.
This doesn't mean we're going to go
People coming back from break, you know.
flip of
Hey,
the
I gotta
switch,
get to
but
work.
a
All right.
gradual process. This doesn't mean we're going to go back to retcon every champion or story we've told. But every time we touch a part of the League universe, we're going to take a beat to ask ourselves where the inconsistent threads are and work towards weaving them together so the world makes sense.
That's good.
This is going to take time, and we believe the payoff for getting this right will be absolutely worth it.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, I'm going to hand things
Anyways,
back to
a lot of people don't even know about like League lore, you know. Like a lot of like some champs don't even have League lore. Shaco, for example, Nocturne.
Andre and
just
Jeremy so
exists.
they can talk about what this specifically means for League.
We're really excited to pull all the different threads of storytelling across Runeterra together over time, so that we've got one shared, consistent canon.
I thought it was pulling around the anime moves, you know.
Across Runeterra
Fixing his
together over
glasses.
time, so that we've got one shared, consistent canon. So let's talk about some examples of that. The moments shown in past season start cinematics, like
That's
Awaken,
a
for
great
example.
cinematic. All these
Those
cinematics
have
are
often
amazing.
felt like they should be canon, and some of them are fully consistent with the wider world, but some of them aren't. Going forwards, including the upcoming cinematic in just a few months, we're going to be making sure that they're an integrated part of our world and storytelling.
That's good.
Skarner's update early next year is another good example. Skarner's old lore, and that of a few other associated champions, doesn't mesh with the creation of Hextech revealed in Arcane, which is the origin for Hextech. And
I guess it's gonna change. What's the champion's name that everybody hates? The support Sona 2.0. I forgot her name. I mean, you can tell how much I like the champion, which it didn't make any sense with the whole crystals and everything, right?
unified canon going forwards. So we're going to be making updates over time as a result to make sure that champions like Skarner, Seraphine, and Camille are well into.
Is that what he said?
So we're going to be making updates over time as a result to make sure that champions like Skarner, Seraphine, and Camille are well integrated and well
There you go.
connected to the rest of Runeterra, so they can be part of that larger, wider shared storytelling.
The upcoming Forge game, Song of Nunu, is worth highlighting as well. It's canon,
Yo, I still gotta play the Echo game.
offering some insight into part of the Freljord,
That's good.
particularly Nunu, Willump, and Braum.
Wrong
Now,
again.
some of you might also be wondering about some of the ways we used to tell stories previously. Short stories in particular are something we've deliberately moved away from. Short stories were an effective way to dig into character backgrounds more deeply when we didn't have other ways of doing so. But they've also always been a very niche experience that most players just never engaged with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So we're focusing instead on storytelling through other mediums,
Very few people know about like League lore. Very few people.
ones that also let us flesh out characters and the world,
They
but
know
do
about
so
their
while
champion,
resonating
like
with
I
more
do,
of the
but
wider
like
player base.
overall.
Switching gears a bit, earlier this year we announced we'd be adding an option to choose the language you play League in. It's taken us a little bit longer
Wasn't that always present?
than we initially estimated, but I'm happy to
I never
share
checked,
that the
but-
current plan is for this feature to go live
Because whenever I see like streams, you know, like in China and stuff, they have like, or Korea, for example, Korea, they have like Korean characters.
in November.
Or
Our main
Chinese
goal with
characters.
this was to help League players play in their preferred language
no idea.
that wasn't included in their regional download. That means you'll be able to choose from one of the
Oh, I'm guessing that that's according to your client. So depending where you download your client, that's what that's what it comes with.
21 languages we support in the Riot client, and that will change both your in-game
Okay,
and
okay, I
around-game
understand,
text.
understand.
After you select your language, you'll download the language pack for each language you choose. These are around 2 gigabytes of space with all the voice files, so just be mindful of your
Holy
hard drive
crap, 2
space.
gigs. That
We also
makes
want
sense,
to talk
I
a bit
guess.
about the Blue Essence Emporium.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're also getting the voice lines. I was just thinking text, yeah.
On the positive side of things, it came back recently after a bit of a hiatus. But on the negative side of things, we had some issues with it, both its technical functionality and with what was available
I didn't
being more
spend any
limited
money
than
on
past
any
Emporiums.
Blue Essence and Avatar.
So, we're going to be bringing it back in December, with the full range of Emporium eligible chromas, not just the half-year version.
Hopefully you get my cyan one, the green one that was just released recently.
And other content will also be returning, specifically mystery icons, mystery wards, mystery gifting, and 50% off rune pages.
Now, it's been also a while since we've
Rune
talked about Quick
pages.
Play, and we've got a dev
You gotta
blog
pay
going
money for
live
it?
alongside this
didn't know.
video with a lot of details. But the short version is
Essence.
we're replacing Blind Pick with Quick Play. It's a queue designed to get players into game faster and as much as possible on their desired champion and role. How it works is you select champions and roles in the lobby, and you skip champ select entirely to get straight into the game.
That's nice. Yes, like this, you don't have to wait like the whole, you wait like 2 minutes, somebody dodges, and you have to do it all over again. That's very nice, actually. Quick play, yeah, makes sense. I haven't played blind in years. I only played ranked.
Quick Play is going to go to
So,
PBE around the
that's
end
cool,
of
though.
October, and we'll test it there for multiple patch cycles before rolling it out more broadly.
Now,
I wouldn't mind having something like that for.
that
let's
wraps things up
finish.
for today.
Hold on a sec.
Don't forget to check out the dev blogs,
This
including the
guy's very
champion
serious or
roadmap.
very stressed, one or the
And
other.
thank you all so much for listening. Best of luck in your World's Pick'ems.
And we'll see you all on the Rift.
I freaking
Thanks,
hope
folks.
so. I picked all like Korean or Chinese teams. I hope I get something good. But I wish there were kind of like some sort of a quick play for ranked, where you can, for example, you can select your lane, you select your champion, you select your ban, rune page and whatnot, if you wish, and then you just lock it in, and you can just quick play and go straight into ranked if possible. Again, it's a bit more difficult because you don't, you can't counter pick, you can't set up your rune pages correctly against the enemy champ, but you get an idea. For example, you're playing jungle, you're not gonna change your runes that much for jungle. You know what I'm saying? You might, depending on the opposition, but anyways, very cool update so far. I'm interested to see what they got planned in the future. I'm glad to see that the League MMO is coming along just nicely, and they gotta get their story straight, so they only have one story. And yeah, there's Yumi in the background once again. Thanks for watching. Peace.